perfect. Thank you so much, Brian. And to Ross, as we were talking about King Harbor, I've got to represent one of my local breweries here in Phoenix. So Phoenix
Nice,
Beer Co.
nice, nice.
Delightful IPA.
Beautiful.
And I suppose we can get started with tonight then. So thank you all for coming. As Brian said, it's December, the year's almost over. That doesn't mean that this environment is almost done. It's not going to just reset on Jan 1, unfortunately.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Yeah, we all wish it would, but yeah, we're in this for a little bit longer. So today I thought it'd be a good idea. We've talked about this in several different ways before, but really about focusing in on a single offer, whether that is a product or a single service that you have, but then creating many different hooks for it. And literally, I'll use the analogy of a fisherman later, but you have one rod and you've got thousands of lines on that rod with many different hooks, all those thousands of hooks. And that's the way that you're able to not spread yourself too thin, talk about all the different things that you do, but really focus in on your core offer and really maximize the potential of all of your marketing and advertising around that. So without further ado, we shall jump in. So the effectiveness of your marketing and advertising is directly proportional to the amount of offers you make. There have been actual studies done about this. I don't have the data, but several of my mentors always say this, and it's proven true for them, and it's proven true for me as well. So the more times that I'm making an offer, and it doesn't have to be like, hey, come buy I call it a buy my shit message, but it doesn't have to be a buy my shit message. It could just be offering value, the same stuff that we do here, that we do in the mastermind. It's creating a relationship, creating a bond, and you have some form of a value exchange, which we've talked about before. But that value exchange is perception of value on both sides of the exchange. And that's really important for us as business owners, entrepreneurs, as we market and advertise ourselves. So knowing how to focus on one product or service will then allow you to build as many hooks as you can to cast into your proverbial pond. And it will help you become much more successful because you are not trying to run a business that has, let's say, a photography studio that does portraits and landscapes and professional headshots and family photos and holiday photos. And yes, you can do all of those things, but when you're broadcasting to the world, you want to be focused, right? You don't want everyone to kind of confuse you and just think she's a photographer that does everything. I'm picking on Rose a little bit because she's right there on my screen, but but this is a great way to consolidate the area that you want to focus in. Maybe we look at this in the reverse and say, what part of your business do you actually like doing the most? And what part of your business, hopefully the thing you like doing the most, is the thing that gives your customer, your client, the most value in return. And so we would love you to just focus on that, right? And get customers in droves for that particular product or service. So what does this look like? Well, it's actually a lot more simple than you might think. Now, here's your core offer. And then you cast all of these different hooks out to attract people to that core offer. These hooks, and I'll go ahead and stick with Rose Pierce photography here, and think about from her. I got to get this right. 50 over 50. Yes, nailed it. Okay, it's been a few weeks, Rose. I was like, I'm gonna confuse her and Tamika. I know I'm gonna, but I didn't. I got it right. Okay.
Doing red dress.
So there you go. So that can be a core offer, and you cast many hooks out about that. We've talked about this in one of the breakouts before, but you can position that core offer of her 50 over 50, 50 women over 50 photography portrait session. And then there's a whole thing that goes along with it. But that core offer, so that one thing, you can then position that to husbands with wives who are over 50 and would like a special gift around the holidays, just as an example. I know that's something she's doing right now. So it also goes wonderfully with that. But you could also position it as new year, new you kind of thing, get it done this year. We'll celebrate at the end of the year around Christmas time. I think that's still the case with Rose, but and then we can have this big reveal, and you can coordinate with your client in the following year. New look, new you. That's two different hooks for the same exact thing, and you're hitting roughly the same audience, slightly different perspective on it. So that will kind of give you a good idea about the hook, many different hooks for one core offer. And as I promised, there's your crazy fisherman on the pier. I don't know what pier this is, where it is. I'm guessing because he's wearing a sweatshirt and multiple layers, it's probably not Hermosa Beach, but I could be wrong. I've seen crazier at Hermosa Beach Pier. So, so I have a question for the audience here. How many offers do you have right now that you're telling people about? And if we think about this in the old-fashioned Rolodex standpoint, you know, you can't fill up a Rolodex card and expect somebody to know every little thing that's on there. You know, you don't want to be writing in 2-point font and people have to squint to figure out what the hell you do for them and how they can think about you. You really want to be known for that one thing that you can really solve the problems for and bring value around to your customer. So there we go. We got the Rolodex example. I didn't realize these were building out. Sorry. So can customers easily remember what you offer? This is a great way to talk about the one core thing, your core offer, in many different ways so that people always know whatever wherever you're getting in front of them at, whatever conversation they're having with themselves, they automatically know exactly how to file you away in their mental Rolodex, or in some cases, an actual Rolodex. I'm sure people still use them today. So I believe that's
who uses
do they
that?
associate.
I would love to see that. I see that. No way. Maybe.
So yeah, do they associate with one thing, or do they think about all the things you could do? If they think about all the things you can do, then they're likely going to forget that you can do the one thing that you actually really want to do, and they're going to come after you for all sorts of different things. That has happened to me. And why I've chosen to niche down into SEO, search engine optimization, for attorneys, no other clients. I'll do stuff like this and provide value in other ways, but my core business, my core offer, search engine optimization for attorneys. All right. Oh no, I think this is a holdover from the previous deck. It is. There we go. The perfect segue. And this is actually going to lead into something that we sent everyone an email about. So you should have received an email around Black Friday. But if you would like access to all the recordings, we've been talking about this for months. And I know Rose Pierce, thank you. You are a Plus member now, Mastermind Plus. Thank you. So we're actually, I purposefully forgot to turn the deal off. So if you go right now to adaptandthrive-mastermind.com/plus membership, I think it is. I just had it up on another page, and that refreshed apparently. I'll get it and post it in the chat. But instead of paying, you got it?
Yep.
Okay. So instead of $5 per month for over a 12-month period, that's $60. Yes, you can cancel anytime, but if you want to get 2 months free, then you can take advantage of our Black Friday deal, and $50 one time, and we'll probably forget to renew your subscription, so you'll just have it for the lifetime.